have to confess, I slept with a Russian woman.
What did you just say?
I
caught an STD from a Russian.
You have Vladmidia.
What's up, guys? Benny. We're right on this channel, like, a lot. And the reason why is not because we're particularly smart. I went to community college. It's because we recognize patterns. And most of the world is just pattern recognition. And if you put the pieces together, you can sort of predict the future. And we predicted that Bill Gates was going to have a lot of trouble with Jeffrey Epstein when we released the files because of this article, 2 years old, from The Guardian, says Jeffrey Epstein blackmailed Bill Gates because he was so obsessed with young Russian chicks that Epstein was procuring for him. He was using Bill Gates's desire to have sex with young Russian girls against him. They go into even describing who he was sleeping with. The named woman was a young Russian named Malia Antonova. She was a bridge player. You know the game Bridge? Anyway, she's got like YouTube videos and stuff like that. She loved Bill Gates, and Bill Gates loved her the wrong time, right back. And then Epstein used that on his buddy Bill and was able to extort him. And this is just one of the many times that blackmail was used by Jeffrey Epstein. But the DOJ told me that there was no blackmail. The DOJ told me that nobody was getting blackmailed at all, that all of this was a lie. And you know who else told you this? Bill Gates. Bill Gates told you all of this was a lie. Even though this article existed, and it was like a blip for most people, for us, we like seized on it like a bulldog. And we're like, no, something big is going to happen. Well, now it has. Guess who's been proven right? Again. And guess who proved us right? Guess who admitted all of it? Bill Gates. Dude's been lying for years.
Epstein
Listen
had
to
a
this.
way of sexually compromising people. Is that what Melinda was warning you about?
No, I had dinner with him, and that's all.
And that you regret the relationship, the acquaintance?
That I had dinner with him.
And the relationship between the foundation and Epstein, which
there never was any relationship of any kind.
So many lies there that we now absolutely know about, but let's dissect all of them, okay? We know that Bill Gates absolutely did more than just dinners with Epstein. There wasn't just one Russian girl. We couldn't prove it, but now we can. You can see Bill Gates with these young chicks on his arm, on these private airports. That's what this is, signature private airport. These young girls all over the world, actually. They're all in the Epstein files. There are dozens of photos like these. Oh, what was going on with Bill and these young chicks? Well, Bill Gates wants you to know that, like, it was only dinners. He said this millions of times.
I regretted having those dinners. And there's absolutely nothing new on that.
Is there a lesson for you, for anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead. So, in general, you always have to be careful.
Look at this. Look at the way this man, look at this evil man. Look at the way he smiles at the murder of Jeffrey Epstein. If he is dead. He's dead. So you gotta be careful. There's a reason why Bill Gates was so excited when Jeffrey Epstein was killed. Did he know that Jeffrey Epstein was going to get killed? Really looking forward to Bill Gates getting called into Congress to testify in this. The reason why he was so happy about it was that he probably knew that this email existed, where Jeffrey Epstein says in an email to himself that Bill Gates got so many STDs from the Russian hookers that he procured for him that he gave those STDs to his wife. He had to then slip his wife antibiotics in order to try and cure her before she found out that she was infected by Bill Gates. Maybe this is why Melinda Gates regularly and now is often saying that Bill Gates needs to answer for his crimes.
So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
They need to answer for what they've done, not me. Bill Gates was asked about this.
To himself. That email was never sent. The email is, false. So I don't know what his thinking was there. It just reminds me, every minute I spent with him, I regret and I, apologize that I did that.
The problem is some of the things that he has sent and some of the information about other people that has come up in those files has been true. Why would he do this and say this about you, do you think?
You know, it's factually true that I was only at dinners. You know, I never went to the island. I never met any women. And so
I never met any women, and I only went to dinners. Really? We'll get a load of this. Guess who's eating crow today? Bill Gates admits he had 2 affairs with Russian women, apologizes to staff over Epstein ties. Oh, no. It wasn't just one, it was now 2 affairs with Russian women, matching, let's see, that email that Epstein sent himself. Isn't that ironic? Look at this. Here we go. Bill Gates admits he had 2 affairs with Russian women. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates has admitted to 2 affairs with Russian women. Convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein issues groveling apology. Gates, 70, told staffers at the foundation on Tuesday that he flew on a private plane with the disgraced financier and spent time with him in the U.S. and abroad. Oh, I thought it was only dinners, Bill. You sick dog. But he didn't participate in any crime. I did nothing illicit. I saw nothing illicit. To be clear, I never spent time with the victims, the women around him, except for all of these victims that like have their faces blurred and all this stuff. This is an insane lie. Here he's lying again. Gates first met Epstein, the financier's Florida conviction, which was in 2011, after he was a convicted pedophile. The billionaire has always been denied wrongdoing over his Epstein links, came clean about his affairs. I did have affairs, one with a Russian bridge player, called it, who met me at a bridge event, and one with a Russian nuclear physicist who I met through business activities. Oh, really? You mean like exactly what Epstein is describing right here? Talking about all of the Russian hookers that was procured for you? Dude, that's crazy. So he straight up admits it now. There you go. When does he apologize? When does he apologize to Elon Musk? When does the world's formerly richest man apologize to the world's richest man? When does that happen exactly? I'm not sure, but he does owe Elon Musk an apology, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the proof. Elon Musk was right too.
I do want to ask you about US aid and the comments that Bill Gates made the other day, and I know that you called him...
Yeah, he's a huge liar.
I know, you've said that already. I wondered...
Also,
and I'm just...
Who does Bill Gates think he is to make comments about the welfare of children, given that he frequented Jeffrey Epstein?
Okay, well, he said he regrets those, and he spent a lot of his own money on philanthropy around the world over the years. My question to you is: have you looked at the data to check if he might be right that the cuts to USAID might cost millions of lives?
Yes. I'd like him to show us any evidence whatsoever.